Well, good morning. It's the end of October, and Dave and I are back where we were. I think one of the last times we made a video, we're back at Old Man's Cave. What we're doing today is the Old Man's Cave Loop Challenge. There's scores of hikers this weekend, this morning, that are going to hike the whole trail at once. We are at Old Man's Cave. We're going to walk down to Cedar Falls, and then we're going to go over to Ash Cave. And that's where our other car is, so we've got to get there, otherwise we won't make it back. And so it's been rainy most of the evening, but it looks like it's starting to clear up. The crowds are breaking up a little bit here, so we're hoping that we can have at least a nice dry walk. And it's nice and chilly. Must be in the low 50s, so should be a nice day to walk. So what do you got to say, man?
You know, it's about 8:30. We're just hoping to finish by 1:32.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're supposed to walk with a couple other guys, and what we did is we told them we're going to leave a little early. They'll probably still catch us and pass us. So, but yeah, so we're excited about this. This is the first Old Man Caves Challenge, so we're in the inaugural year. So we're anxious to do it. Don't know how much video we'll take on the trail. We'll take a little bit. Actually, it's kind of dark right now in the woods, so may take a little bit later on. So we'll see you on the trail. So we're at Old Man's Cave. It's up behind me there, and there was an old man, an old hermit, that kind of lived there for several years back in the 1800s, and he's buried around here someplace, but I don't think they ever found where he was actually buried. And if I come over here a little bit, behind me there's a kind of a head-like figure. And there's a better view of the Sphinx head right there. Looks pretty cool. To me, it almost looks like an ape or gorilla. Okay, so we're not too far into this trail. Maybe a mile, maybe not, I don't know. But Dave and I haven't done much walking this fall, so we're finding every rock that is about the right height and testing it out, making sure it's safe to sit on. So
we're just thinking of others.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're just trying to make sure that other people have safe places. So yeah. So we are having fun. It's not raining, maybe misting a little bit, but it's pretty good. So this is what we're really here for. There's one of the blue blazes on the Buckeye Trail, and this little loop challenge, or the Buckeye Loop Challenge, no, that's not what it's called. The Old Man's Cave Loop Challenge is to raise some funds for the Buckeye Trail. And so that's why we're doing this today. Dave and I were commenting before, if it's just, you know, it's kind of a yucky day. It was kind of rainy this morning, kind of cold. It'd be real easy to stop and not do this. But just knowing that this hike helps maintain this trail and keep it nice and keep it safe for people, it's worth coming out and getting a little cold and a little wet. So far the day's ended up being pretty nice anyways. Yeah. So Dave and I are about halfway over to Cedar Falls, and there's a hemlock trail, I think, or something like that, that comes out here. And this is the new suspension bridge. And so Dave's walking across it just to show. It's got some wobble to it. It's really a true suspension bridge, but it's pretty cool. And this is fairly new. Now this actually isn't on the Buckeye Trail, but about halfway between Cedar Falls and Old Man's Cave, there's a little trail that breaks off from this. It's with green blazes, I believe. Yeah, there's the green blazes for it. So we'll zoom in on him. Yeah. Very cool. Sure makes it easier going across that creek.
I like it. I'd have to pay $5 in an amusement park to do this.
Yep. Very cool. So we're over halfway to Cedar Falls, and Dave and I are just taking our time. We find a good bench. We make sure that it's safe for everybody. We test it out. We're actually both on the same bench here, so this is a really good bench right here if it can hold both of us. So yeah, the sun's starting to come out. You can see a little blue sky above us, not a lot yet, but it's not going to rain much anymore. We're getting a little bit of wind, and some of it's dropping on us from the trees, but it's not bad at all. And so far, we're not doing too bad. We're probably close to 2 miles now, and I don't know what time. Do you have a watch on? I don't know. Yeah, so we probably aren't making very good time, but like we said, if we're done by 1, we'll be happy, and I'm guessing we'll be to Cedar Falls within the hour.
10:19.
Oh yeah, 10:19. That's all it is. Yeah. Okay, so we haven't.
Feels much later.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Feels like we've been on the trail for 3 days. Yeah. So no, it actually hasn't been too bad. And like I said, we're not really in very good walking shape. We were just commenting before we started. It's like, wow, we're in probably near as good shape as what we were this summer, but it's a whole lot easier today because it's cooler. So I think that makes a big difference. So, all right, well, we'll have to get back on pretty quick here. Well, you can see the sun now, and it's this little waterfall over an unnamed cliff here on the Gramma Gatewood Trail. You can see it's splattering over there. So yeah, just another one of the beautiful sights along this trail. The sun's finally out. This is just one of my little favorite spots. It's just a small waterfall, but it's usually running all year long. And it's just nice and peaceful here. Here's another nice little waterfall. Close to Cedar Falls, not quite there yet, probably within about a quarter to a half a mile of it. Nice recessed kind of cave here. When you look up here, it's an awful lot of weight up there. Someday, probably going to cave in. Let's hope it isn't this morning while I'm taking this picture. So we're over halfway here. We're at Cedar Falls. Came up the switchbacks, and so now we're just sitting here under the gazebo at the Cedar Falls Park, and just getting maybe a 10-minute break here. Snack up a little bit, drink up a little bit, and then we're on to Ash Cave. And it's about 11:30 now, so we haven't made as good a time as what I was hoping, but we've been stopping and taking breaks, and we're not in a hurry, so it's not too bad. So this trail, part of the trail from Cedar Falls to Ash Cave, is quite a lot nicer in terms of easy walking. So beautiful forest right here. You sure wouldn't be able to pitch a tent down there, but you could sure hang. Plenty of trees to choose from. All right, so we're walking down towards Ash Cave now. We are officially in the hiking state forest. And so the path is nice and wide here, at least so far. So that's really good. Got lots of blue blazes marking the trees. We have noticed that since our walk this past summer, the part between Old Man's Cave and Cedar Falls, they have gone through and remarked blazes, and it looks to me like they've added quite a few too. So much better than it was when we were here this summer. So props to the guys who've been doing that. It takes a lot of manpower every year to do this. There are several maintenance camps every year that you can volunteer for. Some just are like a Friday, Saturday, and then some go through the next Tuesday. And those are really worthwhile if you can do it. Okay, now we got a Y in the road here. You can see what I see. I'm not seeing any blue blazes. Maybe I spoke too soon.
No, right up here on the left, Rob.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. So we're at the Ash Cave Fire Tower, and you can see some folks are walking up it. A funny story about this is I never used to be afraid of heights, and I was painting on a third-story plank and actually kind of slipped and fell off and caught myself in my hands. And after that, I was always afraid of heights. But the place I discovered it was right here. On our honeymoon, my wife and I came here, and she wanted to go up to the top, and I got up to about 3 floors here, and I couldn't go any farther. That was when I realized I really did have a fear of heights now.
This is as high as you can go.
Yep. Just ran across this tree, and it looks like the bark is kind of diseased or something. It's almost like it's an albino tree. And then over here on this side, we got a lot of, like, it looks like fungus or maybe it's sap coming out of it.
Are the insect trails going up?
Well, maybe they could be. Yeah, I don't know. That's really different. So here's the trail heading towards Ash Cave. We like this, especially the downhill part. All right, so we're on a nice wide trail here, and it's mostly downhill now. We're thinking it's going to be downhill most of the way to Ash Cave. So we're coming up pretty quick, and we'll be done. Then we're going to go up to the brewery and enjoy the other guys. Hey, how you doing?
Good. Hey, the tower back this way?
Yeah, you're going the right way.
All right, I took a shortcut through the woods.
So lots of people out hiking today, especially now that the clouds are breaking up, getting some sunshine, and so I think people are starting out now. So it's been a nice day. I'm actually sweating. I've got my down vest on, or not my down vest, but my polyester vest, and it's pretty warm. So I knew I would be probably too warm in it, but it's not too bad right now because there's a wind of about 10 to 12 miles an hour. And so it's cooling me off. Got my buff on, so that's keeping the sweat out of my eyes. And show you the path where we're going. So yeah, it's been a fun day, and we're doing it to help the Buckeye Trail. That's always a good cause. So we're almost done with this hike this morning. We've been from the Old Man's Cave, came up to Cedar Falls. Now we're here at the Ash Cave. And remember, this is for the Buckeye Trail. We're raising some bucks for that. So it's been fun. It's been a nice day. It's nice and cool. So we're not sweating like the last time. Not Old Man's Cave, but Ash Cave is behind us there. Kind of hard to get it because it's kind of in the dark. But yeah. So we're going to finish up here and head over to the car and then go back to Brewery 33 and meet up with the rest of the guys that have been doing this. Yep. Yeah, sure is beautiful. All right, well, we just came down through Ash Cave, and here's a good old friend of both of ours, Jack Hagerman. Met him at church years and years ago. Way too many years ago.
He was a great teacher.
Well, anyways, so we just happened to meet here, and he recognized us, which is kind of strange because we look pretty old and really tired right now. But you look just the same, man. You aged good.
Because I lost 22 pounds on
Well,
this new diet.
I think I've lost 6 or 8 just today. So, all right. So you never know who you're going to meet on the trail. So just make sure you get out on the trails and start looking for your friends. Some of them will show up. So we are finished and we're in the car. We're going to head to the Brewery 13 down in Logan and meet up with the other guys that finished this. We met Sean and Dave on the trail. They passed us just as we were getting here to Ash Cave, so we timed it out pretty good.
We did.
Yeah, so we're gonna go eat. Phew, I'm tired.